Hi guys, it's Casey. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel, whichever one applies to you. So, I'm just gonna address the elephant in the room. This thingy. So, I got my nose pierced. It'll be a week ago tomorrow. Yeah, it's been real fun. Yeah, if you hear Bob's Burgers in the back, sorry, I don't want to turn it down. Anyways, I got this bad boy pierced, and I'm gonna answer some of your questions that you may not have asked, but I know a lot of people do ask. And if you're someone like me, you watch a ton of videos before you get anything done to yourself, like piercing wise. Like I watched a ton. I watched literally, if you look up septum piercing videos, I watched all of them. I'm going to go over my experience, the pain, aftercare, where I got it done and everything like that. Really, Mr. Helicopter? So, I got my nose pierced last Saturday, and I can't remember what specific day it was off the top of my head, but it's been almost a week since I've had this bad boy, and it no longer hurts to touch or press on it, although I do not try to play with it all the time. I don't, like, stick my finger up my nose and, like, play with it around. I try to not touch it as much as possible because it can get infected, which is a fact I was wondering about. I watched a video and someone said that your nose is the least likely piercing to get infected. Let me know in the comments below if that's actually true. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it's not exposed to a lot except your boogers. It's up in your nose, so nothing really bumps it or anything. So I'm just curious, I don't know. The pain. People are always gonna ask, did it hurt to get? And yes, this hurt more than my belly button did. My belly button was maybe like a 4 out of a scale of 1 to 10. This was maybe a 6.5, 7. The part that hurt the most wasn't even the initial pierce. It was when he was sliding another needle through my nose to put the jewelry in. So you'll see in the video, but I'll kind of describe how it happened. So the piercing process, I'll insert a video here, but I'll kind of like do a run through gist of what happened. So he used 2 different needles. So he used the initial piercing needle that went through my nose, and then another needle that followed the jewelry in. So let's just say this was the piercing needle. It was a little bit thicker, so he like shoved that through, and then he took another needle with the jewelry on the very end and slid that through and hooked it into my nose. That was probably the most sore. It wasn't totally unbearable. Like, the pain was just like that, and then it was pretty much over. When he flipped it, when he taught me how to flip it up into my nose, it was a little sore, a little tender. But yeah, let's see what else. Sorry, my sister's sleeping. But your eyes do water quite a bit. It's just a natural reaction to when, like, if someone were to, like, well, I don't know how to explain it. If someone were to just hit you in the nose or something, or like flick your nose, and your eyes would automatically water. I don't know how to describe it, but your eyes do water. My eyes watered quite a bit. I was not crying. It was just a natural reaction to when they pierce your nose.
Alright, so go ahead and scoot back just a little bit and just sit there and relax. First thing you're going to feel is back side of the needle. We're just lining things up. Alright, deep breaths. Up through your nose, out through your mouth.
I was gonna say,
Okay, you go ahead and lean forward.
but we can make a couple for you. How far out?
I'll probably come back in next week if I get paid.
Okay, so next Saturday is the 1st. I will visit from 5:30.
Yeah, that's it.
Not too bad though.
Yeah.
Compared to other ones.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
nostrils way worse.
Cost. This was $50. Yeah, a couple of my friends got theirs for a little bit cheaper, a little bit more. I guess 50 or around that kind of price range is okay for piercings, you know. But yeah, Let's see, what else? What else do people ask? I went to go get it. If you live in Washington and you live near like Federal Way area, go ahead and check out Clever Rebel. That's where I got mine done. They were really, really nice. Matt Jolly is the guy who's the piercer at that shop. He's really nice. He explains everything to you, how the nose works, how the piercing works, and just how he's gonna do it. And he did it really, really fast, and he did it really well. Aftercare. So it's been about a week since I've had it. It is no longer tender. I do still clean it on the daily. I take a cotton swab on one end, I clean one side, and then I flip it and I clean the other side, and then I do a sea salt soak. So what you can do, and what I've seen, is that people they go to stores and get giant gallons of distilled water. It has to be distilled water, and they put 4 tablespoons of salt, and then you just pour it into a cup every day, and you do a sea salt soak. Sea salt, whatever. You do a soak for 10 to 15 minutes. Kind of depends, ranges for however long. Some piercers say to leave it in for at least 10 minutes just to get that bare minimum. And then yeah, and then you are pretty much good to go throughout the day. They say to do that at least once a day, once minimum. Twice would be best, just to make sure that the healing process is going well. I do that on the daily, and yeah, it's pretty good so far. For my work, I am not allowed to, well, it's not that I'm not allowed to, it's just that my boss, it's not very professional to have facial piercings. So I was really glad I got this one instead of a top nostril piercing. But yeah, this is so easy to flip up. If I were to take it out, there would be no visible scarring. And yeah, I think it's really cute. I think a septum piercing is perfect for anybody who wants to go in, guy, girl, they, them, whatever you want. I think a septum can be for everybody. I think it suits everybody. The few bad things about this piercing is that people will refer to you as a bull, or like a cow, and ask you what farm you were on, because it's happened to me a couple times now. It'll be tender the first initial couple days. Of course, with any piercing, it's going to be a little bit sore because your adrenaline's kind of run down and you have a new hole in your body. And yeah, I can't really think of anything else that people ask about septum piercings. It was a 6.5 out of 10. The price range was $50 to $60, kind of depends on where you go. I got mine for $50. I know some people who got it for $60 or more. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for, also, you guys may have noticed I took my smiley out. I didn't really do a video of that because I just chose not to, because it wasn't that significant of a piercing. I mean, it was, but it wasn't at the same time. But there's just too much going on here, so I decided to take it out, and it's literally been a day and it's pretty much closed up. And yeah, I was kind of surprised how fast it closed, but it's not about, this video is not about my smiley. Thank you guys so much for watching. Also, sorry for like waving around this everywhere. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and comment some videos below on what you guys want me to film. Yeah, love you guys so much. Thanks again for watching. Bye.